Okay, Chapter 5, Rocks. Section 2 is Igneous Rocks. Please make sure you put on the tops of your paper this igneous rock for each section. Make sure they're properly labeled because if you don't, it's going to get confusing as to which rock you're talking about, so if you jumble your notes up. So we're going to talk about how igneous rocks are formed. Basically, how we identify them is based on their origin, texture, and mineral composition. The word igneous actually means fire, so we're actually getting our igneous rock from lava. So there's two ways that igneous rock forms here on Earth, and then we're going to talk about extrusive and intrusive rock. Extrusive rock is basically rock that erupted, so right here I'm circling, rock that erupted onto Earth's surface. So for example, basalt is the most common extrusive rock. This rock here, which you'll see in class, is a basalt rock. It came from the ocean. I did find this. I have several pieces of it, but when you look at it in class, you can see the different, you see the texture. There's a bunch of holes in it from different things. There's some layering here as well, and there's holes in it. And we're going to talk about how these holes kind of get there. So basalt forms from much of the crust, including oceanic, and it actually makes up shield volcanoes and lava plateaus. Igneous rock that is formed when magma hardens beneath the surface is going to be our intrusive rock. So sometimes within these layers of rocks that we have, we'll have a layer of magma or lava that is cooled, and it's igneous rock. This is the most abundant intrusive rock is granite. So intrusive rock, example of that would be granite, and that makes up our continents. So the texture of igneous rock depends on the size and shape of its mineral composition. The only exception to this rule are various volcanic glass that lacks the crystal structure. Igneous rock, so obsidian would be like a example there. Igneous rock is similar in mineral composition but have different textures. Some are rough and some are smooth. This all comes from how quickly the lava cooled. So rapid cooling lava and slow cooling lava are going to give the rock different textures. Intrusive rocks have larger crystals than extrusive rocks, and extrusive rocks have fine grain or glassy texture. So basalt is actually a fine grain extrusive rock, and so when you look at this, you really can't see the grains of the rock very well. Lava that is low in silica usually forms dark colored rocks such as basalt. So we really haven't talked about silica yet, but we're going to get into it more when we talk about volcanoes. So just understand that low silica, dark rock, so basalt is a pretty dark colored rock. Basalt is going to contain feldspar as well as certain dark colored minerals, but does not contain quartz. Quartz is a clear crystal-like mineral and sometimes is mistaken for diamond. Magma that is high in silica usually forms light-colored rocks such as granite. Granite's really kind of neat. The composition of it is based on the different minerals that gets locked in there. Your parents might have a granite countertop, and if you look at it, it might be speckled, and you can actually see the different types of minerals in it. So the color is based on the types of minerals. Granite that is rich in reddish feldspar is going to be speckled pink, so you get your pink granites. Granite comes in a variety of colors because of where it was made and what minerals are in it. Quartz crystals in granite add a light gray and smoky speckles to it. So your granite is really kind of interesting because you can actually see the different pieces of the minerals within it, and it's a very smooth and shiny surface. People throughout history have used igneous rocks for tools, building materials. Granite is commonly used in construction of homes, so you'll see it a lot in countertops. Sometimes you'll see it in statues, building of bridges. They used to use it a lot for building bridges. Public buildings, so some of your shiny outside, smooth-walled buildings, those are typically used with granite because it can withstand a lot of weathering. It can withstand a lot of different elements because it's such a strong material. Basalt is crushed to make gravel, and that is used in construction as well. Other uses we have, a pumice is actually like when girls get your pedicures and they scrub your feet with that little rock-looking thing. That's actually a pumice stone, and that's usually made from igneous rock. And their pumice stones are usually good for cleaning and polishing things. So when we polish rocks, use a pumice stone. Obsidian is used for making ancient tools, very sturdy. Perlite is often mixed with soil for starting vegetable seeds. So like that white stuff that you see in soil, that's perlite. If you have any questions on how igneous rock is formed and the different areas in which we find igneous rock, please let me know. Have a good night.